It is day 29 and I'm feeling very motivated today. So I want to get to 10,000 steps today. The 4 days that I was struggling, I pretty much only got my steps in when I went for a walk. So for those 4 days, I had around 4,000 steps. But the past 3 days, I have actually hit my step goal, which is 8,000. So I woke up this morning and I'm just feeling super motivated and wanting to get to 10,000 today. I just finished up with breakfast and the first thing I want to do today to boost up my steps is walk around in the house. I just looked at my steps and I am around 700, so let's get this started. I just got done walking in the house. I walked for 34 minutes today, so I'm around 4,000 steps and I just feel so good. Today was a great reminder that you don't have to go outside to exercise, especially you don't have to go to the gym to exercise. I think that is a very stigmatized thing, that the only way to lose weight is to go to the gym, which I definitely don't agree on, but you can exercise in the comfort of your home. Ever since I started up my outside walking challenges, I 100% recommend walking outside. For me, it just boosts my mood and makes me feel so much better. But I also want to remember that I don't always have to go outside to get exercise in. The bulk of my weight that I have lost was walking from inside the house, so I think it always is just a great reminder if some days you don't feel like getting outside and you'd rather just walk in your house, I feel like that is okay. I still am going to get my walk in because I am doing this challenge, but it's just for in general, if there are days where you ain't feeling like going outside, I feel like that is fine as long as you are still keeping to it. That is what is most important. Consistency is key, and I believe that any type of movement is better than no movement at all. So if you ever are having one of those days where you are sitting in your living room and watching TV, you don't have the motivation to get outside and go on a walk, the one thing I want you to do is keep watching your TV. Enjoy your TV, do your thing, but I want you to stand up and I want you to walk back and forth in your living room for 10 minutes. Dang, do it even for 5 minutes and see how that makes you feel, because I guarantee after the 5 or 10 minutes, you're gonna wanna keep going. And maybe it will even motivate you to be like, hey, actually, I do wanna get outside and I wanna go on a walk. Or maybe it will just motivate you to keep going while you're watching TV. So I just believe that we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves. I am a work in progress. I think you all know that as we have watched my YouTube videos from the past few days, but as long as we keep pushing and keep believing in ourselves, I feel like we can conquer anything on our journeys. Cheesy, yes, but it's all about believing in yourself and like knowing that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. I just finished up breakfast meal prep for this week. Well, it kind of made a lot, so probably for a couple of weeks for my wife and I. I started off cutting up the veggies and then cooking them on the stove. We've got mushrooms, onions, spinach, and then I'm going to be adding in my egg whites when it cools down. Then, of course, you gotta add the cheese, and I sprayed the pan like so much because you do not want the eggs to stick. I hate when they stick because they are so crabby to clean. Then I have 2 separate bags, a bag to go in the freezer so the eggs don't go bad, and then I just have another one that will be in the fridge that is easy to get to. It's around 9 o'clock and we are heading out on our late night walk. I'm around 7,000 steps, so I know I will hit that 10,000 step goal. We are outside walking and I just got the notification that I hit 10,000 steps. We are on day 30. That means I am done almost with my 30-day walking challenge. I still have 70 days to go of my workouts, but I cannot believe we are at the 30-day mark. I am so excited. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I went through when I was struggling at 400 pounds. So it's a bit of a story time. My videos lately have just been me talking and processing through things, but this came up because I got a comment on my last video about my grocery haul and how a lot of my foods were just processed, which I do agree. There was definitely processed stuff in my grocery haul, especially when it comes to my plant-based meat. That has always been something that I've wanted to work on. So I hope that me bringing up their comment isn't me like sounding rude, because I'm not trying to sound rude. It's just when I got that comment, it made me think about how far that I have come on my journey, and it also brought up an experience that I went through when I was at 400 pounds. When I was at 400 pounds, I felt the most out of control. I really just wanted to not be alive, and I didn't know what to do because my eating, it took over my life. And I hate that food made me feel that way, but I got to a point where I was like, something needs to happen, something needs to change. And so I decided that I'm gonna go see a nutritionist. And so I found someone online and I started talking to them, and we got into the topic that I was a vegetarian. And one of the first things that they asked me were, well, would you be willing to eat meat again to recover from your eating disorder? And it kind of took me back. At the time, I was in a group on Facebook for my eating disorder, and I brought that up to my group, and the admin in their group was like, that's not okay. They shouldn't have even brought that up. So I decided to no longer see her, but it got my brain into such a bad place. And at that point, I believed because I was vegetarian, that is why I had an eating disorder, even though I have struggled with this my whole life. And well before I was a vegetarian, I was going through these same things, but it brought up this belief. That is what caused this eating disorder. So I spiraled really bad, and I started eating meat again, and it was not a great time. This person shook my whole core belief system and just made me feel and believe that the reason I had an ED was because of being vegetarian, and it really did some damage to my mental health. I started eating meat again, and I didn't eat meat just when I was trying to eat normal. I would eat meat when I was binging. That was the only time. And it was this weird thing that started happening, and it really sucked. It was the worst I think I had ever been in my ED, because now, me being a vegetarian, I was freaking eating meat. So that comment brought up some feelings of, yes, I know that I still am eating processed stuff, but the way that I am now is completely different than how I was at 400 pounds. And I have worked through those times, those very difficult, traumatizing times. And sometimes I still get thoughts in my brain that, am I a bad person because I am vegetarian, or this or that? And it sucks. Or should I be eating meat? Would that help me on my journey? And I hate that sometimes that thought comes into my mind, that would I be more successful on my journey if I wasn't eating meat? But I don't believe that's true. But I would love to get to the point where I'm eating less processed foods. I feel like over the year I have changed. I showed on my community tabs post what mindful eating versus mindless eating looks like. And back in the day for breakfast, I was having 2 Uncrustables and 2 Hot Pockets. That was a breakfast or a lunch or whatever for me. And now breakfast is, for a while, I was having yogurt with chia seeds and fruit So definitely a change. And again, I hope that I didn't sound like a snobby jerk bringing up that person's comment, because I wasn't trying to sound rude. It really got me thinking about when I was 400 pounds, and specifically that experience with that nutritionist. And I really wanted to talk about it because I had never talked about that, surprisingly. But this is just a good reminder to reflect on your journey, however long you have been on it. I know for some of you, you are probably maintaining on your journey, and for some of us, we are still losing our weight, but think of how much you have overcome. It's truly inspiring. Trials and errors, the good, the bad, you have gone through it all. You have picked yourself back up and you have kept going. You want to better yourself and you want to better your health, and you continue proving that to yourself. You've been through a lot in your life and you realize how food has been there to comfort you. And even though it's been your coping mechanism, it hasn't been there for healthy reasons. Maybe it's gotten you through the tough times in life, but it's only made things more difficult. It's only gave you health problems. It's only made it harder to breathe, harder to walk, harder to do the things in life that shouldn't be so hard. And you finally decided that you want to make a change. And as long as you keep going and you keep trying, no matter what type of day you are having, you will succeed. That was a reminder for you, but also a reminder for me, because I think sometimes we forget to look back at all that we have accomplished. We just see things in the moment and how we're doing now. And if it's not going the way we want to, we get a little upset, but we need to see the overall picture and how much we have accomplished so far. So just take a moment and think on your journey, where you're at and how much that you have done so far, and just praise yourself. Be like, yes, I have done so amazing so far. Give yourself that little boost of confidence and remind yourself that you have done so freaking much and you should feel so proud. But I just wanted to say thank you very much for letting this be an open and safe space where I can share my experiences with you. I really do appreciate that I can have this be a little video diary and just talk about what is going on. It really does help me process things through my journey. It's been about 2 hours since I last talked to you. I've just been working on stuff in the house, did the dishes over there, and I got a notification from Alexa that I got an Amazon package, which I was super excited for because my watch, the wrist part, was like spazzing out. It broke, so I needed a new band, and I ordered the only ones, because it's not like an Apple Watch or Fitbit, it's just like one of the cheap ones. The only thing that they had were all these different colors, so I ended up just getting them all, and I decided that instead of just doing a full color, I'm gonna do 2 different colors, and I'm like, oh, that's actually super cute. I want to slowly introduce you to this new creation I have created. It is my cookie dough / cake batter dessert, and this one was more of a banana bread batter. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So if you want to see more recipes, let me know. I haven't been as focused on showing my workout challenge because the walking challenge is ending today. But after today, I will be showing more of my workout videos because I still have 70 days left of that challenge. We just got home from our walk. We went for 40 minutes and I got around 4,000 steps. As always, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!